Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Pedro Gould. You are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. And today, I would like us to discuss a very powerful topic. I would like us to explore how free you are in your own life. And I will begin today's conversation by asking you a question. The question goes something like this, ladies and gentlemen. Are you free or are you a slave? Ask yourself this question when you are by yourself quietly drinking your tea. Am I free or am I a slave? You may be thinking at this point, hey Mario, what are you talking about? There's no more slavery in today's society. Well, there is a very, very subtle form of slavery. Look at your own life and ask yourself, are you working the job that you would like to work? And if not, then you are enslaved to a paycheck. And if you look very closely, you realize that if you're working in a job that you do not enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be feeling a significant amount of stress, anxiety, unhappiness, and fulfillment. This is a situation where you have lost your sense of freedom. Let us look at another arena, for example. Maybe you're in a relationship which you know very, very well that you're not happy being in. So you are a slave to this relationship for whatever reason. Maybe you don't want to be lonely. But by losing your sense of freedom, you realize that you're actually miserable, you're unhappy, you're stressed out. Maybe you're living in a neighborhood that you don't want to live in. Maybe you're living in a house that you don't want to live in. Look closely in your life and find out where have you lost your sense of freedom. Maybe you're having a significant amount of difficulty communicating with people socially. When you're out in public, you're a slave in your own mind, and therefore you cannot express that which is within you because you have chained yourself to bonds of fear, bonds of inadequacy, bonds of low self-esteem, bonds of low self-confidence, bonds of lack of self-acceptance, lack of self-love. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about freedom. When you are free in every arena of your life, that is when you will blossom. That is when you will bloom, ladies and gentlemen. That is when you will express the inner divinity within you with so much expansive success in every arena in your life. This conversation arose when yesterday I was in a flight on the way to Vancouver, and I met one of my friends in the plane, and he was complaining to me that he doesn't like the small city in which he lives in. And every year he actually goes to Los Angeles every summer. And every time he goes back home to this small city, he asks himself, what am I doing here? Ladies and gentlemen, I asked this gentleman, why haven't you moved to Los Angeles? And he had a lot of excuses as to why he hadn't moved to Los Angeles. But the truth of the matter is that he has chosen to live in a small city which is not conducive to providing him with the opportunities that he wants, with the lifestyle that he wants to live, with the social interactions that he yearns for, and therefore he's enslaved himself. He's in a prison. He's in a place he does not want to be. That is what prison is. When you're in a place you do not want to be in, you have locked yourself in a box, ladies and gentlemen. Lack of freedom can cause a significant amount of health problems in your life. And I actually discovered this yesterday when I was sitting in the hot tub, and I noticed that the whole day yesterday I was having some difficulties breathing. And I couldn't pinpoint why I was having difficulty breathing, but I realized that there is some stress in my energy body. So as I relaxed in the hot tub, I had a very, very interesting breakthrough. The breakthrough that I had personally for my own life was I discovered an area in my own life where I have lost my sense of freedom. Okay? I discovered for myself an area in my life where I have lost my sense of freedom. Specifically in my business life, where I have overcommitted myself in different ventures, and therefore I am not as free as I want to move around the world and do the things that I would love to do. So this lack of freedom in this small arena in my life, ladies and gentlemen, I realized is causing me some breathing difficulties. So I have to look for strategies to free myself, if I may use those words. So look in your own life and ask yourself, where are the specific arenas whereby you have lost your sense of freedom, and what is it that you can immediately do to free yourself so you can live the happy, expansive, successful lifestyle that you have dreamed for a very long time. One very important aspect of the loss of freedom has to do with, ladies and gentlemen, being a slave within your own mind, shackling yourself within your own mind with bonds of fear, bonds of inadequacy, bonds of lack of self-confidence, bonds of lack of self-acceptance, bonds of lack of self-love. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not value yourself, you're going to have a very difficult time going out into the world and expressing yourself socially, revealing who you are to people with confidence. Consequently, you have actually imprisoned yourself, and therefore you cannot socially interact with other people. And this is a very, very big one. When you feel like you're in a prison in your own mind, you cannot reach out to the world and maybe build the business relationships that you want to establish, maybe grow the career that you want to, maybe find the person that you want to have a relationship with. So my invitation to you is to look into your life and find out where the areas that you're in bondage. Are you in bondage emotionally? Are you in bondage financially? Are you in bondage relationally or geographically? Where is it in your life where you're not feeling free? And the most important question is, ladies and gentlemen, is what are you going to do to release yourself from the prison that you have chosen to live in and break free to the life more abundant? Have yourself a wonderful evening.